It was a strange A's offensive day today when you consider that against Carlos Silva in the first 4 innings, they had 4 hits and no runs. And then with a 4-hit, 3-run 7th inning, took the lead in the ball game, not to score again until the 18th, at which time they put together 5 hits for 3 runs. So they collected 9 of their 16 hits in just 2 of the innings in the ball game here this afternoon. Silva, with his sinker ball, was getting a lot of ground balls early, and Mulder was effective, although he had to put down a couple of early threats. And eventually, the first run of the ball game scored in the 3rd inning, as Mulder, with 2 out, gave up a 4-pitch walk kind of unexpectedly to Christian Guzman. Lou Ford singled to center field, and Justin Morneau, who was impressive so far in this series, young first baseman at the plate.
They're off the 3-2 pitch. Is a line drive, base hit center field. Guzman around third to score. Going to third is Ford, and Justin Morneau on a 3-2 count singles to center, and the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
And then Mulder, after retiring 4 straight batters, greeted Rivas in the 5th inning, leading off the inning. Now Mulder checking the runner and delivering. There he goes. He has a good jump throw by Miller. It is in time. A good tag play by McLemore and a very close play, and Guzman is out. In the fatigue and dragging on in the afternoon somewhere, we lost the 2 key plays in that run-scoring inning. It was Rivas who hammered a triple off the wall in right center field to lead off the inning, and then scored on a Shannon Stewart sacrifice fly, the next hitter up. Then Guzman singled, and you just heard him being thrown out by Damian Miller at second base to end the inning. And that ended any threats as Mulder shut things down through the 6th and the 7th. But meantime, the A's were trying to find some way to break through against Silva, and it didn't look to be in the cards until Hatterberg singled to open the 7th inning, just their 5th hit. Durazo followed with a single off the wall in right, played so well by Ford he couldn't make it a double. Runners were at first and third for Damian Miller.
He's ready, checks the runners, the pitch, and Miller hits a rocket to left center, and nobody's going to catch that, and that goes to the wall. Hatterberg can walk home. Durazo is rounding third. They're going to wave him. He will score on a booming double to left center by Damian Miller, and the A's have tied it up.
How sudden can it be?
And he just killed that ball to deep left center field.
Miller moved to third on Bobby Crosby's sacrifice, but Eric Burns popped out. And so the A's were at 2 out trying to take the lead. And, of course, the thought that that big, strong Minnesota bullpen was just around the corner certainly was an incentive. Mark Kotsay, trying to get the job done, fell behind very quickly.
This next pitch will be the 100th thrown by Silva, and the count's 1-2. And here it is, and it's swung on line to center, base hit, and the A's have taken the lead. A solid smash by Kotsay. Miller scores, and the A's lead 3-2.
And then Mulder followed suit by pitching a brisk 1-2-3 shutdown inning in the bottom of the 7th, and things look to be right on track for a script that would take Mulder to his 16th win of the year. And when the Twins came to bat in the bottom of the 8th, it was Guzman to lead off, still trailing by a run.
Now the 3-1 pitch to Guzman. Swung on, hit to deep left, way back, Burns trapped, looking up, and we're tied. Christian Guzman ties it up. It's 3-3 in the bottom of the 8th. It's his 6th home run.
That was followed by a 4-pitch walk to Ford. Perhaps Mulder a little bit upset by the fact that he'd given up that game-tying home run. After Morneau flied out, there was still the matter of that go-ahead run out at second base and the dangerous Torrey Hunter at the plate.
And it's on the way, and Torrey Hunter, ground ball up the middle of his left. Crosby's got it. Second one, relay first, double play. The A's get a 6-4-3 on Torrey Hunter, and the Twins have to settle for 1 on Guzman's home run. And after 8, A's 3, Minnesota 3.
The start of the excellent bullpen work by Minnesota was already underway. J.C. Romero had shut down the A's in the 8th, and he pitched a 1-2-3 ninth. Bottom half of the 9th inning, the A's bullpen came into play. Jim Messier took over. He hit the second batter, Koski, but came back to strike out the next 2 batters and send things into extra innings here. And the A's at this point were not really very robust offensively. Romero retired them again, and in the bottom half of the 10th inning, a threat came up for the Twins, but looking back everybody had to wonder if that hadn't been a fatal failure in the 10th, because with 2 out, the A's got a single by Chavez and a die walk, and Hatterberg at the plate. And if you probably asked him today, right this moment, he'd say, wasn't a very good call, but it went the way of the Twins. The set, the pitch. Strike 3 call. Inside corner, off-speed breaking ball, and the A's lead 2, and Hatterberg not happy with that call. We go to the bottom of the 10th, 3-3. And that was on a 3-2 pitch, incidentally. The A's had a single to start the 11th inning, by the way, and after that, they did not get another base hit until the 16th inning. Meantime, the Twins had the capacity to give the A's a little scare. They got 2 on with 1 out in the 10th. Rincon came in to pitch for Lair, who had started the inning. Rincon flied out to Morneau, but then had to leave with a hamstring strain, and Ken Maka went to the bullpen for Justin Duchscherer, who got Hunter to fly out and end the inning. And that started a fine run by Duchscherer. 4 1/3 innings of shutout relief baseball, as in the 14th, the Twins had a threat in Duchscher's last frame of work. He'd given up a leadoff walk to Koski. A sacrifice moved the runner up. An intentional walk to the pinch hitter Offerman, put 2 on, and giving the Twins perhaps the chance to close it out in the bottom of the 14th with Shannon Stewart at the plate. The 2-2. Broken bat, ground ball. Chavez steps on third, throw to first, double play! And Duchscherer gets out of it, splitting the bat of Stewart, and a 5-3 Twin killing that means we go farther yet this afternoon. For the second time this year, the A's will go at least 15 innings. After 14, it's 3-3. And in the 15th, another scare by the Twins, but the A's able to come up with a rundown play that nullified what was an inning that might have been fatal for them. After Ford walked with 1 out, it was Morneau again at the plate, and a pivotal play in this long afternoon.
Again, Miller sets up away. The 1-1 pitch is a line drive, base hit center field. Ford to second, turning at second, going now. He stops, and the throw behind him. They got him in a rundown. Herman running him toward third. Now he gets away from Herman, and the throw goes to Kotze, who's in there. He runs him toward third, and Scudero tags him out. And that is out number 2.
This was an inning started by Chris Hammond, who would work 3 shutout innings. He then got Hunter on a deep fly ball on the warning track to center field, and we went further into the afternoon and evening. The A's were making no stirrings at all against the parade of relievers. Joe Nathan at one point in the ballgame in the 12th had come in and just blown away 3 A's hitters on strikes. So Romero threw 2 innings, Fultz an inning, Crane an inning, Nathan an inning, and Joe Roa 5 shutout innings. And in the meanwhile, the A's, after Rincon left the game, got 4 1/3 from Duchscherer, 3 shutout innings from Hammond, and finally it was the veteran Terry Mulholland, who in recent days has been the number 5 starter in the ball club, who came in to pitch the 18th against the A's. And that turned to be the turning point of the game after he got the first out. Scudero singled. Chavez singled. And finally, the A's seemed to get the spirit of offense once again with Jermaine Dye at the plate looking for his first hit of the day. Mulholland ready again and delivers. Dye with a broken bat, looper into center field, and the A's have taken the lead. The crack bat, but he fought it off, and Hunter had to play it on 1 hop in center as Scudero comes in to score, and Chavez moves down to second. And in the 18th inning, it is 4-3 Athletics. Hatterberg hit one on the button, but lined out to left field for out number 2. Could the A's need or get an insurance run? It was Durazo who had the chance. Chavez and Dye aboard as the pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a drive to right. Ford going back. It'll be over his head. It slams off the wall. Coming in to score Chavez. Dye going to third, and a quick return by Ford holds Durazo to a single, but the A's get that cushion. The run scoring to make it 5-3. And that's the second time today that Durazo has hit a line drive to the wall in right and had to settle for 1 base. And Mulholland tried to end the inning by getting Damian Miller. Line drive, center field, base hit. Dye will score for the 3rd run of the inning. And the A's lead by a score of 6-3. And those who had been faithful enough to stay around out of the original crowd of over 25,000 begin making their way to the exits. Oh, but it doesn't work that way necessarily. Should be enough to win a ball game. Octavio Dotel came in the bottom of the 18th, and he walked Lou Ford to get things underway. Full count pitch. Then he went full count to Morneau, who was more than a load for the A's today. Again, Dotel sets, deals. A swing, and there's a high drive hit to deep center field. A long run for Kotsay. Gone! A two-run home run by Morneau. And with none out in the bottom of the 18th, it's now 6-5 Athletics. This is turning into a hideous trip for Octavio Dotel. Scudero comes in from short, stands on the mound, whispers in his ear, puts his arm around his shoulder. Miller goes out from behind the plate. Kurt Young comes from the A's dugout. And now the Twins will get the tying run to the plate, and they have nobody out. And Dotel came back to get a strikeout of Torrey Hunter, but Lee Croy singled to center field, and once again, hope blossomed for the Twins with the tying run at first base, 2 outs to work with. After a long battle, Koski was induced to fly out to deep center field, leaving only Michael Kadire, the pinch hitter, between the A's and a hard-earned victory. Kadire, a .258 hitter. 8 homers, 30 runs batted in, 75 games. He is 1 for 1 pinch hitting, and guess what? That was a home run. Swings and hits a high pop-up to the right side. Herman coming over down the right field line, foul ground, makes the catch, and the drama ends roughly 5 hours after it began, as the Athletics hold on for an 18-inning victory. Here in Minnesota, the A's are now assured of a winning road trip regardless of what happens tomorrow in the finale of this trip of 11 games. A 3-run top of the 18th, and they needed all 3 after the 2-run homer by Morneau in the bottom half. And the final score, the Athletics 6 and